Pete Canalicchio presents Licensing Contract Royalty and Payment Terms. Royalty rate is defined as the percentage of net sales to be paid by the licensee to the licensor. The royalty rate varies widely, depending on consumer or end-user demand for the brand in the category. Hot character or sports brands can earn as much as 15% to 20% royalties, while top corporate brands usually earn an average royalty rate of 10%. In addition to factors such as the strength of the brand, the royalty rate for a specific category often will vary based on the profitability of that category. For example, resin trash can liners traditionally have thin gross margins since the product is predominantly comprised of oil, a commodity. A licensor with a top brand such as Glad, Rubbermaid, or Hefty, wishing to extend their brand into the trash can liner category, should expect to receive a relatively lower royalty rate, e.g. 5%, compared to their overall average. Conversely, companies selling lapel pins typically earn high gross margins. A licensor such as the Olympics or Coca-Cola can therefore expect to achieve a higher royalty rate, e.g. 15% to 20%, from a licensee for lapel pins as compared to their average royalty rate. Given its direct impact on the amount of royalty that is required to be paid by the licensee, the royalty rate is one of the most sensitive and hotly contested terms in the agreement. For this reason, royalty rates often can be defined in tenths of a percent. Advance means the amount of royalty payable by the licensee to the licensor as installments credited against the minimum guaranteed periodic royalty payments, minimum guarantees. Advances are typically set at 50% of the first year's minimum guarantees and are usually due within 30 days of contract execution. The advance provides the licensor with immediate compensation for providing the licensee the right to use the brand. By design, the advance is required to be paid to incentivize or motivate the licensee to execute its license. Guaranteed minimum periodic royalty payments, known as minimum guarantees, are the minimum amount of royalties payable by the licensee to the licensor with respect to the sale and distribution of licensed products. The payments are normally made on a quarterly basis and are segregated by country or region. As an example, a licensee with rights to North America normally would be required to pay a minimum guarantee each quarter for each country in the region, i.e., for Canada, Mexico, and the United States. The minimum guarantees are normally set between 25% and 40% of the projected royalties for each region. This percentage is considered substantial enough to put teeth into the contract, while set low enough under the most conservative scenario to enable the licensee to meet or exceed the sale of covered product needed to generate enough royalty payments to cover the minimum guarantees. As these are binding financial obligations, it is critically important that both the licensor and the licensee believe the minimum guarantees are fair and achievable.
You were listening to a Pete Canalicchio production. Grab valuable resources from brand licensing experts for 100% free today. Are you interested in extending your brand's influence, strengthening consumer relationships, and generating unlimited revenue from guaranteed royalty payments? Get your free membership today. Visit PeteCanalicchio.com/fast-track.